not going to see me on video this morning because I just woke up. And so I'm going to record this video with just audio. But I had one of my center owners asking me this morning if I had any advice about helping a client replenish B12 because she does not react well to supplements. And it's a common thing that I've noticed over the years. So I'm going to share some information just for you guys to tap into your own bodies and think if this resonates with you. If it doesn't, that's okay. Then just turn off the audio recording and go do something else. If it does resonate with you, then listen to it through the end or until you get bored with my voice. So where do I even start with this? I guess I'll start with my own self-experiments. So I bought this device called the VitaStick after researching it. It's VitaStiq. And after researching it, it has 70% clinical testing that it's accurate. And I would never go with anything 70%. That's not enough for me. So I have a great baseline on myself. So I did test on myself with the VitaStick for months to really tune into my own body and what my body was doing. And after a couple months, I could see that when I was out in the sun with my horse, that I would have more vitamin D that day. If it was a rainy day or I didn't spend as much time out in the sun, we were inside, my vitamin D levels were lower, still in a good range, but I was watching how my activities, my eating habits, my supplements would affect the VitaStick results. So I would take a zinc, I would take a zinc tablet, and I was using that brand Pure, Pure. And then for 3 or 4 or 5, 6 days, my zinc levels were up, and then I would start to see them fall off. So what that told me was I don't have to take zinc every day. My body's retaining that. My body was retaining that for a week or more. I'm always low on magnesium. Somebody recently told me the body doesn't absorb magnesium, and that does not resonate with me because I think we do absorb magnesium from foods. But I also think we deplete magnesium from plastics in our environment. So think about all the plastics in our environment, from our blinds on our home, if they're plastic or maybe metal, to all these beautiful grass-fed beef or products we buy that are wrapped in plastic, to the benzenes in our car as we're driving that's off-gassing plastic, to plastic gloves that we might wear for cleaning, or with COVID, a lot of people are running around wearing these plastic gloves that are absorbing carcinogens into their bodies. And so I think that we're depleting a lot of magnesium from that. The plastic phone covers that we can't seem to keep our hands off, me included. I pick up my phone sometimes and I go, how the hell did this get in my hand? I don't even remember picking it up. I know you guys are laughing and I know you can relate. So it's plastics in our environments that I think may be depleting our magnesium. However, I've tried magnesium citrates, magnesium lactates, magnesium glycinates, magnesium threonates. I've tried all these different magnesiums and they don't seem to absorb. So I love the product from Superior. Superior has an amazing electrolyte drink. And so I think that keeps some of my magnesium going, but I'm still low on it often. So I just bought some other magnesium that I'm trying, which is a lactate, and don't have full testing on that yet to see if it's going to absorb. But this is the thing. You can go buy some cheap magnesium and it may work for you. Or if a supplement doesn't match your vibration, so for example, it's a low vibe, somebody that invented it has a low vibe or a vibe that doesn't match your vibration. And I'm not saying low as negative, just lower than your frequency or not on the same radio station that you're on, then you may not absorb that because it doesn't match your vibration. And then what's happening is your kidneys, your liver are all having to work really hard to process that, get it out of the body, and yet, you've spent this money on it. So you could go buy $100 magnesium supplement, or you could buy a $5 magnesium supplement, and maybe the $5 one is actually going to work for you. You just don't know. People will do muscle checking. I tend to try muscle checking because you go into the store and you see the shelves of magnesium. There's three shelves, three high and 10 feet wide. How do you choose? A lot of them will have fillers in them, and your body's not going to absorb at the time that the magnesium needs. Um, Different supplements will absorb at different times, and a lot of times, if it hits the stomach and the stomach acid just kills it off, and it just gets flushed out of the body and never absorbed into the body. So I like sublingual, the liquid, under the tongue, and let it sit and let the body try to absorb it. But again, every vitamin and mineral will need to be absorbed in a different place and location of the body. So I think our bodies are amazing, and I think these supplements, we're overdosing, I guess overdosing on supplements. I have people that have come in with a list that's an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper and 6-point font of all the things they're taking. That take it in the morning, 2 hours later, with meals, without meals, at lunch, at dinner, before bed, and I feel like it's too much. It's too much on the body. We have to be more discerning, more careful. We need to let food be our medicine, and make sure you chew really well. And because if you're eating the best foods and you're stressed out while you're eating and you're arguing with your partner while you're eating, guess what? You're not absorbing any of those minerals. And I'm guilty of this. I'm giving you guys, this is from my own perspective of the lessons I've learned in life. You want to be able to maybe watch a comedy if you're going to watch TV while you're eating. It's best if you just sit quietly and be in gratitude for the food that is in front of you that you're eating, and chew really well and let the enzymes in your saliva break those foods down and utilize them in your body. Taking a supplement and just downing it with some water isn't as effective as letting food be your medicine and really sitting in gratitude, blessing your food, chewing it really well, letting the saliva break down the food in the way that the body needs it. Asking that food to be of the highest and best for your body. And again, I'm guilty of not doing any of that, and I also have done all of that. And the satisfaction of the meal and the way that I feel afterwards is such a high vibe if I do it the way that I'm suggesting to be done. Sometimes I'm on the fly, sometimes I'm traveling, sometimes people want to meet with me. I don't like meeting with people over lunch because we're talking and we're focused on each other, and I don't remember tasting my food often when we're having a meal with somebody. I'd rather meet with somebody and give them my full attention, and not just have a meal and we're focused on eating, digesting, talking, loving each other, blah blah blah. So there's a whole lot that goes on with the body that you have control over, that you could be doing better. You know who you are. I'm included. And absorbing your minerals and stuff. So I was talking to one of my other center owners about the shots. People said, I get a B12 shot. Well, I am running a business. I have now an attorney on staff for contracts, which, I could do everything on a handshake, but the world doesn't work that way. When we die, all we have left is our word, and my word means a lot to me. So I try to do things with contracts to make people feel safe. But, if you don't, you get screwed. Ultimately, we're human beings. And so I've got that stress. I'm supporting a bunch of center owners, I think 40 of them now. We have sales out to 2023. So we have all those people we are starting to bring into the family. Plus, I still have all my emails I'm answering, and Instagram, Facebook, and trying to create new music and do things. So, for me, my adrenals are a little burned out from stress. So, a shot would be a bad thing for me right now because the body would see it as something invasive. And then the adrenals start to work extra hard because, uh-oh, something just came into the body through a very invasive way. So we have to think about all these things that we put our body through on a daily basis, and be really cautious about what supplements are we taking. And again, cheap doesn't mean bad if your body absorbs it and it's vibrating at the level of your vibration. But I'd rather be uh, replenishing my supplements and my vitamins and minerals with a food, with the gratitude eating and the chewing a lot, letting your body do it for you, or with sound and light. Okay, so I've been studying a lot in my book that you can get on the website, because people then ask, well, where do I get your book? It's called Unlocking the Ancient Secrets to Healing, and it's on the website harmonicegg.com. At the back of the book, I talk about different colors that replenish different minerals, different vitamins. And so if you think about it, we want to eat with different colors. So you want to eat reds and yellows and oranges and greens and blues and purple foods every day. You get the rainbow of colors in your daily diet. It's brilliant. Maybe you can't do all the colors every day, but I really do try, and I'm pretty successful most days. If you don't, put some blueberries in your smoothie. I do a red apple every day. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Plus, it's really good for your liver, as long as you eat it outside of fats. So I did a liver webinar, which is on the harmonicegg.com website under the blog page. And it kind of teach you how to support your liver, not to detox your liver and try to flush your liver, but to support your liver, and the beauty that it does provide so much to your body. And so an apple is the glucose that the body needs. It provides oxygen. The glucose provides oxygen. It provides some hydration. Of course, you want to drink more water, but the apple will hydrate a bit. And then you want to also add to the liver support some mineral salts, some electrolytes. Superior is my go-to brand. If you don't want to buy a product, you can, cucumbers, celery will give you mineral salts and electrolytes. So that is part of supporting the liver, and that's important. It's important not to eat fats, because what happens with the liver is the liver then sees, oh, yay, I have all this amazing stuff to help me to heal. And then you eat an apple with cheese or peanut butter, and it says, well, damn it, I have to go to work now and process these damn fats. So give your body, 20 to 30 minutes after you eat this beautiful apple, so that your liver can absorb it. And then if you want to have some cheese, then go ahead. Then your liver will go back to work and have to work extra hard to process those fats. So just give your body the respect that it deserves. Our bodies are amazing, and look at what our bodies do for us on a daily basis. Oh my God. Sometimes I just sit in awe. I can type away on my computer. I can see the beautiful tree out my window. I can see this little crazy cat that likes to poop in my garden because he thinks it's his litter box. I can hear my Ring doorbell going off because he jumps on my porch to jump in my backyard. Okay, I know some of you are laughing. Let's see. The touch of another human and hugging. Look at our bodies, they're so amazing. And that's not even going into how it processes our food and how we poop and pee out the stuff that we don't need. It's so amazing how we can think about 10 different things at one time. Not saying that's a good thing, but our brain has the capacity to do all this. We need to honor our bodies. So there's going to be supplements. I'd say you shouldn't take more than 3 to 5 things a day. Okay, so think about it this way. You take 25, 30 supplements a day, probably peeing them out, pooping them out, probably aren't doing anything for your body, and you're probably spending a lot of money if you're doing that much. So if you think about it, can you type on the computer, listen to the radio, and hear what you're listening to. It's not just background noise. Really know the instruments, the songs, what they're saying. Type a text to your friend while you're typing on the computer with one hand. Listen to a radio or TV show. Your body really can do that, but it's half-assed, right? It's not all going to be done perfectly. So how do you think your body is when you give it all these different things? How does it process that? It gets confused. It probably just disperses half of it because it doesn't know what to do with it. So, and like I said earlier on in this audio, when I took a zinc, it lasted for a week or more. At one point, I was low on CoQ10. I don't know why, but I took a CoQ10, and then a couple months later, I was low again. So one tablet of CoQ10 lasted almost 2 months. And I don't think I've taken one now for 3 or 4 months. So I may be eating the foods that my body needed to replenish that. My body may be working effectively to replenish it on its own. So I just think that, I really want this to be an educational audio for you to be discerning on what you put into your body. And of course, I put chocolate in every day. I have dark chocolate, so I justify it. I justify it by saying, okay, 70% or more cacao is an antioxidant, less is a toxin. So I justify that. But of course, I eat a little tiny square, or sometimes if I get stressed out, I'll eat 2 squares. My boyfriend laughs because I have a candy bar, which is, a healthy candy bar, will last me for 2 weeks, sometimes more, who knows. And so you want to be really careful about what you're putting into your body, but you also want to live. If you want to go have some ice cream, don't feel guilty. Go have some ice cream. Go enjoy it and eat it with joy and gratitude and love, not guilt, not, oh my gosh, I'm going to get fat, or oh my gosh, I shouldn't be eating this, or oh my gosh. You want to give it the vibration that it needs to have that joy in your life. If you eat fast food once in a while, it's okay. You can't beat yourself up over it. We have fast food joints on every corner. It's convenient, it's fast. Sometimes you just need something and you're on the run. You can't beat yourself up for it. I do it. My go-to was Arby's for a long time. Now I can't eat it anymore. It just doesn't taste good. It doesn't give me that joy that I used to have. It was an Arby's roast beef sandwich with 1 packet of horsey sauce. It might sound gross to some of you, but it was delicious. I enjoyed the heck out of every bite. I had one a couple months ago and it just tasted terrible. So now I know my body just doesn't want it and I won't go back. And this was the second time. I actually thought maybe I just had a bad Arby's. But this is the second time it tasted really, really bad. So my body just has evolved to the point that that's just not a match for me anymore. Once in a while, I might go to Taco Bell and get the little nachos with the fake cheese. So good. But every couple months maybe. So now I'm revealing way too much about myself to you guys. Anyway, let's get back to the supplements. So there's different forms of different supplements. There's different ways to administer it to the body. We talked about the shots, which could be an invasive way to the body. I like the sublingual. Some people will do better with the shots, and maybe they don't have any adrenal issues, so it's fine for them. Let's see, what else can I talk about on this? Trying to cover everything so I don't have to do another one. And I have no notes. So as you guys know, those are my favorite. Just like shiny pretty thing. Okay, there's no notes. So definitely really be discerning on what you're taking, what you're putting into your body. I think that's about all. I'm going to wrap up with this now. So yeah, that's about it. So go ahead and be more discerning with what you put into your body. Eat your meals with gratitude and love. Don't fight with your partner or watch a scary show while you're eating. Watch something funny, light. If you're going to eat in front of the TV, which I am guilty of sometimes. My go-tos at lunch are I Dream of Jeannie and Bewitched. They're on. I don't have cable. I have antenna. So I have this thing called Antenna TV, and they have a little jingle like that. And so I love those shows, just lighthearted and fun to watch while I'm eating my lunch. I usually have dinner with my boyfriend, so we try not to talk about work stuff or we watch a funny comedy show. I think most people have gotten away from sitting at the dinner table together. We probably should get back to that. And then don't take a whole bunch of supplements all at one time, because your body can't process all that in a given day. Our bodies are amazing. So respect your bodies, love your bodies. I love all you guys. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk again soon. Bye.